Hey everyone, how's it going? So today's video is going to be another episode of Ask Blake. So I have all your questions here. I'm taking them from previous Ask Blake episodes, the one before that, also from my website and through Twitter as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question comes from Alan Joseph, and they ask, what is your favorite car? Who is your favorite actor? Do you play games? If what, is it? And is it online? So my favorite car, probably like a dream car of mine that I would eventually want would be a Range Rover. I really like the look of those. They're really exclusive, and I just think that would be a really cool car to have. Who's your favorite actor? I really don't have a favorite actor. I like a lot of people. I do like to watch movies. Maybe a favorite actress, probably Emma Stone. I really do like her humor and everything like that. Do you play games? So yes, I play games. I probably mentioned this in another episode of Ask Blake. I'm not a big gamer. I do have a PlayStation and an Xbox, as well as on my computer as well. I mostly just play The Sims on my computer, but I do have a few video games that I play, not all the time, but sometimes when friends are around. So I played Portal 2, Saints Row the Third. That's basically it. I have some other like driving games and a few like karaoke games just for fun when you're hanging out with your friends, but that's about it. I don't play any online games. Back in the day, probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, I used to play Habbo Hotel. That was in like an online game, but I can't remember my password, so I can't get on there anymore. So the next question comes from Blueflower951, and they said, "Hey Blake, what do you do in your spare time on a day-to-day basis at home and at uni?" So, for my spare time, I really do enjoy photography. So when I'm not in class or I'm not working at home, I do like to go out and get some pictures. I have some photography equipment. I just like to make a day out of it. So whether it be just shooting stuff outdoors or stuff inside, portraits and things like that, that's pretty much what I do with my spare time, other than catching up on series on Netflix. I do enjoy that as well. So that's pretty much what I do in my spare time. The next question says, do you have any quick advice for someone that is starting their A-levels? This is the last 2 years of education before university here in the UK. So I'm not too familiar with A-levels. I've heard it mentioned before in other videos, and people preparing for them and everything like that. And my advice would just be stay motivated. You're going to get through it. Just study, prepare well, and you should do fine. And that's... Oh, one more question. Can you explain what labs are? So I've mentioned in other videos that I've had to go to labs in my schedule and stuff like that. So labs are just laboratory. It's just a short form of laboratory. And what they are is just basically a experimental type hands-on class that goes with your core class that you have. So like I'm in a lot of science classes, so I have chemistry and biology and physics and things like that. So the labs that go with those classes, I'm in an actual laboratory and I'm performing experiments. I'm doing reactions, measuring changes in the environment when you do reactions, also dissections in biology, and studying the circulatory system and respiratory system, things like that. So it's like a hands-on class where you get to do experiments and kind of go over the things that you've learned in class, but just more with a hands-on approach. So the next question comes from Freddie Waldorf, and they ask, what iPad do you have? This is the iPad 2, I believe, with... Somebody else was asking where I got this cover. I just got it from the Apple website. It's a smart case, I believe. They have the cover, which just is this part that covers the iPad, but the case goes over the back as well, so that's a major difference. So I have the iPad 2 with the green smart case. So the next question comes from Jose Noriga, sorry if I mispronounced that, and they ask, how much money do you spend on school supplies when you were in high school? So I probably spent around $50 to $60 for supplies in high school. It did kind of increase going to university. I had to, purchase a few more things. I had to get a new printer. I had to start buying a lot of printer paper and get all like computer software and things like that. So it did get more expensive when I went to university, but for high school I probably spent $50 to $60 on everything. So I have another question here, and they ask a few questions, and they say, hey Blake, 3 questions for you. Number 1, how do you make the colored schedules you pin to your wall above your desk in your dorm room? What software did you use? So what I used to make that was just Word 2011, I think it is, for Mac. So what I just did is I just made like one table and then just split it off into different columns and rows and just colored in the certain sections that I kind of timed off. I might do a video on that just to show you all how to do that, or I might put a template up on my website for you to download. But that's how I did that, and the software I used was Word. Microsoft Word. Number 2, why do you prefer a paper calendar over a digital one? So if you watch my videos, you know that I use my Filofax to keep all my important dates and keep track of everything. And I just find that it's a lot easier to kind of physically write it down. I think that I remember it better that way. And having a digital, sometimes, you can't really rely on that if your phone dies or if you're not connected to the internet and it doesn't update, then you might miss it on your computer, and then it just creates a big mess. So I do prefer to have a physical paper calendar over a digital one. So the last question that they ask is, what clubs are you in at your university, and are you on a sports team? So I'm not currently in any clubs at my university. I really just wanted to take my first year and kind of prepare and just focus completely on my schoolwork, just to get used to the university workload, because I never experienced anything like that before. So I wanted to make sure that my complete attention was devoted to my schoolwork. So I didn't join any clubs my first year. And no, I am not on any sports teams. I'm not a big sports fan. I like to watch sports, and I like soccer and basketball, but playing it, probably, no, I don't think that I'd be too good at that. It's more of like an activity just to do with friends. So no, I'm not in any clubs or sports teams, but I'm definitely going to check out the clubs this year at my school, just to see what there is, because I really think that I should get involved in something. And yeah, I definitely think that I'm going to do that now that I know what the workload is and how much time I'm going to have. I think that that's one thing that I'm going to make a goal for this year. So another question comes from, where'd it go? Eric, and he asks, have you ever played an instrument? If so, what instrument? I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I used to play guitar as well as piano. Not really. I kind of taught myself. I wasn't like a professional, I wasn't like amazing at it, but I was able to play songs and read the chords and the music sheets and everything like that. So I was kind of proud of that I kind of accomplished teaching myself. But I haven't really played the guitar or the piano in a really long time, so I'm probably a little rusty. So another question from another Ask Blake episode that was a while ago. They ask, what is your favorite color, brand, and school? My favorite color, if you guys haven't guessed already, is green. You can tell by my iPad case here and the color of my walls in my bedroom. I really do like green. A lot of people think it's over the top, but I don't think it is. So that is my favorite color. Brand, I don't really have one favorite brand. I have a few, and depending on what it is. So for clothing, it doesn't really matter to me. I like pretty much anything. I'll wear anything. For like cameras and things like that. I really do like Canon. For electronics like phones and computers, I really do enjoy Apple for tablets as well. And I don't know what else there would be. If you've watched a few of my videos, you probably know that I have kind of an obsession with collecting wallets. So I have a bunch of different brands of wallets, from really cheap ones to expensive ones. So, you know, wallets, I like Coach, Louis Vuitton. I have some Michael Kors wallets, and I have a few American Eagle ones as well. So kind of ranges there. I really do like anything. As for school, I don't really have a favorite school. I really do enjoy my school, but I really do like hearing about, like the Ivy League schools like Harvard and Yale and things like that. But I don't really have a favorite school. So another question from another comment from Free Willy says, "Hi Blake, I was wondering what college or university do you attend? Harvard, UCLA?" I don't attend any of those schools that you mentioned there. Although some people think I'm in Harvard, I don't know why. I actually go to university here in Canada. I don't want to mention the name though, just for privacy reasons. It's not like you're gonna come find me, but just, I just like to keep that private. But no, I don't go to school in the United States. I never wrote my SATs or anything like that, so I'm just here in Canada at school. So that is it for this episode of Ask Blake. I want to thank you all for submitting your questions, and make sure that you leave some more down below so that I read them and maybe put them in the next episode that I do. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.